Hey guys, I'm arriving at Guerra's Junkyard, January 25th. Let's see what's new at Guerra's Junkyard. I wonder if anything cool just arrived there. This junkyard that's been here for a long time. Here in Colatina, there's a bunch of stuff. Let's look around and see if we can find something interesting at a good price. Here, right at the beginning, there's already some wire. I think it's steel with aluminum. They must have bought it from some factory. They buy here both from individuals and from factories too, so there's heavy machinery and small stuff as well. It's not just car parts, man. Look at the size of this filter. Look at this, a fuel filter. It's big. I've never seen one this size before. If you think something is big, it's this right here. Attach the car's tow hitch, which nowadays is going to be like this since cars are getting bigger. Those chairs that were here last time, it looks like they're being refurbished. Look, at least these ones are in good shape. Drill, look at the tools. There's the little stove, the small saw, the tools, and here a winch is a pulley, right? Check out that cool scale over there. You could even use it as living room decor. Gasolino. It must be working. In fact, this thing doesn't break easily. I have an idea here. Look, see this glass? These glasses here, I think they're from a bus, right? You can use it as a window. Imagine those concept houses they're building nowadays. Look at this big piece of glass here. It makes a window, man. Tell the truth, for real, it would be something totally different. It's cheaper too, right? I want to see who knows what this is. Look, right here, some people use this a lot as kids. If you know, comment below. Let's trick those who don't know. Look, it's the whole front of a car, but a different kind of car. Where's the steering wheel? It doesn't look like there's anywhere for it to come out, see? If you want to buy anything from the video, you need to visit Colatina in Espiritu Santo. There's a bunch of stuff here. Maybe we'll find something that's worth it, something cheap. Look, there are chairs here, see? This is an industrial stove. The structure, at least because the support there was already heavy to carry, man, I've carried these stoves before. It's tough. Look, for those who have a Hilux, you can put it in the Hilux. Look at those big drums there. I wanted to make a video. Blowing up these drums, they're sealed. You put water inside, it boils. Then when it's boiling, you close it. They implode inward. That's what happens. It gives a really cool effect. It must even be cheap, a drum like that. It's not very heavy. Man, look at this chain. Look at this DT 300 chain. Look at the size of this thing. Dude, have you ever seen a motorcycle chain this big? This looks like a crane, something from a crane. It wasn't here, not the other times. Look, the little sandal bike. Look, it's brand new. Okay, woo, bye. It looks like a lot of new stuff has arrived here. Look, this here, man, this isn't cheap, is it, right? You're losing out. See, it's dented here. This must be from a wrecker. Those footboards. I saw a video of some foreigners who took two bathtubs like these, but a little bigger, welded one on top of the other, and made a submarine. Those guys are wild. They dove down several meters, and when they surfaced and tested it empty, it imploded. Those guys almost got wrecked. They're really crazy. Look, man, they took down the warehouse that was here. It looks like there used to be one here, right? Maybe it's just me, but it seems the company still keeps something here. It used to be more closed off. Let's see what arrived here. This cabin must be from a crane. Look, up ahead, want to see. Look, checkered here, I'm nah. And if it's Ruberti, it's really cheap. Just adapt the engine there, really cool. For those who want to do a small project, the idea is good. Files arrived by truck. Look, this one is dangerous. You see this capacitor here? Sometimes it's charged and it stores a lot of energy. And if someone comes without knowing, touches it, they get a huge shock. I needed the motor that was here, but they already took it. People grab it right away. It's the first thing they take. Let's see if we can find anything else over there. Look at the size of the compartment. You could hide your lover in there. There you go. It's missing the handle. Someone must have tried to break it open but couldn't. What do you think is inside here, huh? If this gets 1,000,000 likes, I'll buy it. To see if there's money inside. Look, there's a cot here. For anyone who needs a kind of cot, I'll go in here and see if we can find anything on this side. Another scale. The size of that fan. It's smart here. Look, just the rail here, and they store a lot of chairs underneath. There. You can see there's still an old style pulley system. For those who don't know, that's how it used to be. You didn't have a motor for each tool. You had a pulley system that transmitted the rotation to all of them. So guys, when someone wanted to set up a workshop there, with no electricity, a water wheel was powered by the force of the water. And then there was this system, and the pulleys would transmit the rotation with belts. You would then connect one tool at a time, such as a circular saw, planer, or other tools. Also, within the industry, they had this as well. There were large industries such as mills and other uses for that system. Nowadays, it's very expensive to set up something like that. It's cheaper to buy a motor for each tool. Rephrase and condense the original message. Maintain proper names, locations, and events. Keep speaker's perspective. Ensure at least 24% reduction in length. Output in correct JavaScript object notation format. It's cool to see this, man. Hardly anyone uses it anymore, but it's still here. Only a few places use this system today. It's very rare, man, but it's cool to see, man. I like seeing this kind of thing. You can see that this pulley here is even made of wood. It's really cool. It was a lot of work to make a wooden pulley like this. But those guys had time, right? They had time and pulled it off. Let's see what else is over here. Look, there's a whole truck cap. It must be from a D20 over there. Look, that truck front must be from 1970, at least, a compressor reservoir. For those who want to build these little workshop projects, it's an amusement park. Another step stool. This one's better. See, you place it by the car to step on. I rushed so I could put the original in the car. 5,000 reais. You could probably find one online for 500 used or new, right? Look at these reservoirs. This looks like a submarine hatch. It's sealed and the cabinets are on the side. Man, having one of these in the workshop would be really handy. You can separate things, everything. Look, you put a tool in each one. That's great. The air conditioners. Why keep these? Who would buy this? This is done for, really done for. Sugar. Here too. There's no way not to take advantage of it. No, actually, to be honest, this one you can still use. Look, a Toyota door. That's an old one. I don't think I've ever been here. Let me see if I can find something cool here. Here there are some older things that have been here for many years. You can see that even termites have eaten them. It used to be a truck bed. Termites have eaten everything. I think they leave these things like this for people who want to get parts. Maybe they can get more money than if they sold it to the junkyard because it takes a long time to sell. You see a truck like this, how many years do you think it's been sitting here, right? Just imagine, it'll never run again, but why don't they sell it for recycling, right? I don't know, maybe it's a lot of work to separate the materials too. Look, the windows here, look, look, the Santo Antonio do Grande, man, check out the size, the distance from one end to the other. This one's impressive. Is a Santo Antonio coming? Now they're really weak, but this one here, you can put weight on it and it won't break. No, here are more parts from that Toyota. Storing something like this makes sense, since someone might need a specific part from an old car that's no longer made. So now getting something like this is tough, right? Look at this press here. I think it's for mounting tires, right? A few more added in. This one packaged. Could it be Starlink? The pile of Starlink here. What else would you guys like to see in this specific junkyard? Because I end up coming by here sometimes, right? I don't live close, but when I'm in the area, I like to stop by and see what's new or different. People are always asking me to make longer videos and all, but there isn't that much to show. I have to spend a lot of time on each item, correct? Otherwise, it might get repetitive for you to watch. Cerotes, guys. So, subtitle, Adriana Zanotto was sometimes a pen bomb here, leaning on the shovel up there, but it's still okay. Submersible motor of 1 horsepower. It's hard to have the courage to fix this. I'll show a little bit inside here. There are parts, small bits and pieces. Subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto. Subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto. Subtitle Adriana 500,000 likes, then I get it. Oh, something like that. That amount never comes. Subtitle Adriana Zanotto walking tractor. Look at these random signs. Subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto. This headlight must be from a Beetle. Just look. Subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto, subtitle Adriana Zanotto. Her mother, probably some kind of very large monkey. Look, you can make a vise there, one that can hold an entire car in the vise. These are the pulleys I showed you earlier. This one is metal and already removed. There are also some wooden ones here. That one's even older. It's not a pulley but a wheel with some discs here. Look, man, this here is perfect for making knives. It's 2 or 3 millimeters thick, making some barbecue knives, man. This is top quality. But these ones here, no, not this one. Many times it has a copper cutting thing inside. And then when you go to cut it, there's a copper wire in the middle. It's good for making Damascus, but it's a lot of work due to the rust. Now, I had never seen this before. Look, I had seen a sandwich maker for 2 sandwiches. A sandwich maker that makes 2 sandwiches simultaneously. Man, so anyway, that's it. I'll show you guys a lot of things if you like it. Give the video a like. See you next time. Bye.